These fragrances are not necessary for the summer, but they make you unforgettable. So let's start with something warm, sweet, and dangerously addictive, at the same time affordable. Number 10, Lattafa Hamra Eau de Parfum. This one wraps around you like a heat of fresh baked apple cinnamon pie. It's inviting, comforting, but there is a little edge under the sweetness, enough to make her lean in and not want to pull away. I like this one from Lattafa because they try to do the dupe for Kilian Angel Share, right? But they did it in their way or Middle Eastern way, and it's a little bit different. I appreciate they are trying to copy that. You need to spray it only once on your neck because it's very powerful and it's very easy to overspray it, and it can become too much, and then you're gonna hate me because of this. And it's more for the colder weather, so be very careful. Let's move on to number 9, and as I said, I try to keep probably 3 to 4, maybe 5 of them in like affordable ones, and then slightly move to a little bit more niche, maybe a little bit more expensive ones. So it doesn't mean anything regarding like ranking, because maybe the number 10 will give you the best compliments and create the best memories. We're gonna move on to number 9, Lattafa Silver. This one comes out swinging with sweet juicy fruits that hits like differently. So they try to, in my opinion, they try to do like a dupe for the La Male here, because it's sweet synthetic stuff. But I also feel, I don't know why, but I feel a little bit of Chanel here. You should wear this one when you are headed out of for the night, dressed sharp, feeling dangerous, because it cuts through the crowded room, you know. It's not in an aggressive way, but with confidence. It tells people you are here to own the moment and you don't need to explain anything. So this one, lastly, I'm gonna add one more thing. This one is for the man on the move through the world, like they here to build and here to lead. You are not trying to blend in. You are here to lead, to create, and to live the best life possible. All right, number 8, Montblanc Legend Night. This one smells like soft woods glazed with sweet spice and quiet luxury. It doesn't scream, it doesn't beg for attention, it just is sexy, subtle, and self-assured. Recently my wife reviewed Montblanc, all the Montblanc fragrances that I had, and this one somehow got the most ranking, because again, right, like the magic happens at night. The night has its own, you know, dangerous part, and then at the same time intimate, romantic, the compliment times, right? Meaning like you're gonna get compliment, you're gonna make people talk about you and want you, at the same time remember you. Number 7, Vacheron Jaipur Homme Eau de Parfum. This one doesn't play, my friend. It opens with a warm kick but quickly settles into clean masculine aura that gets attention, alright? You should wear this one when you are meeting someone important, whether it's a date, a dinner, or even a business evening. And I kind of feel like with this one you're gonna be a little bit like unique scent, meaning it's similar to some other modern fragrances, but at the same time you give off like the vibe of the unique personality. And some people, some men, like they try to be unique as much as possible, right? We're gonna move on to number 6, which is Mercedes-Benz Club Eau de Toilette. This is luxury. Not the loud one, not the flashy kind, the quiet kind. Club Black is smooth vanilla and amber swirling into the air like the vibe in a high-end lounge. It smells warm, refined, and honestly way more expensive than it is, because you can find this one for very cheap. You should wear this one when you want to feel elegant without trying too hard. I strongly recommend people going out at the night, and if you are in something like classy, driving, I don't know, Lexus, Mercedes, Porsche, or even something more higher, get your lady into the like a lounge where there is a real jazz music. Guys, it's a big secret. I don't know where you guys are located, but in my area, if you're in the United States, Canada, or anywhere in the West, find the place where there is a jazz music life. That one alone helps your night to go get into like a, you know, old, masculine, at the same time sexy. And after those type of dinners, it's somehow you get more lucky. Alright, we're gonna move on to number 5, Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé. This one is not for boys. It's smooth iris with a bold shot of whiskey. Think of powder and warm booze. The perfect contradiction, I would say, right? And let me share something more personal. I had one day people coming to my studio and talking for like an hour or two about this one. We were discussing if this one is better or Dior Homme Intense is better. And let me tell you one thing. I feel like Dior Homme Intense can be worn by people almost any age, well, at least in my opinion. But this one is for more, I would say someone 30, 35 and older. Somehow it gives me those vibes. You should wear this one on the evenings that matter. First impressions, special occasions, and the kind of nights that turn into stories, alright? Overall, I think you should have this one in your collection if you are into Dior Homme Intense, just because, you know, when Dior Homme Intense you finish Dior Homme Intense and, you know, couple nights a week you wear this one and see what type of compliments you get, and maybe, just maybe, you will be super surprised. Okay, super surprised. We're gonna move on to something a little bit new, a little bit dangerous, at the same time very, very, very dangerous, and this one is Baby Cat Raw Bourbon by Yves Saint Laurent. The moment it hits your skin, you get this blast of black pepper and pink pepper. Now, let me tell you one thing. When I just got this one 3-4 weeks ago, I was like, man, this is so much so different. And when I sprayed this on for the first time, something came to my mind. I was thinking of a man, or myself at the same time. I mean, I was thinking of a man who is wearing a black coat or like a dark coat, and it's a kind of rainy / cold day, even evening, right? And you are walking in the street and you're getting into building, house, maybe restaurant, and you're taking it off, right? That's the moment when this one will work. If you are into like somewhere there where the winters are 3 months and the fall gets like early September, guys, go for this one. And if you are into like a coat, maybe leather jacket, maybe into something more mature, this is it. All right, number 3, Dior Sauvage Elixir. This is not your regular Sauvage, right? This is Sauvage all grown up, stronger, darker, more intense. This isn't for beginners. This is for the man who knows exactly who he is. Price wise, right, you gotta make sure that you are in the point of life when you can afford this for like 250, 300 bucks for like only, what is it, like 2 ounces, maybe 3 ounces. It's bold, magnetic, and unapologetically masculine. I think like I talked about this fragrance a lot in this channel, so I will try to like keep it short, right? For men who commands attention, who move like they own the moment. And if you already loved Sauvage, this is gonna be your next step up. Alright, we're gonna move on to number 2, and number 2 is Tom Ford Umbrella Leather. It opens up with dark, luxurious leather, but it's not harsh. Man, if I had, like, my editor loves this one, and I think he was the one who introduced this one to me. But the thing is, when I just got this one, oh man, I felt in love. From the first day when I got this one, I wore this for a week or so, and it was perfect timing. I think it was September or October, and the weather in Virginia just got it a little bit colder, a little bit more chill. And those photo shoots that I got into, every single person were giving like, oh, you smell amazing, where is this one? And I used to tell them like, I will see if you tip me and I will just let you know what is this. I'm just kidding, but I was so happy with the compliments, you know. And my customers back then, like last year, September and October, it was like very luxurious photo shoots, and man, getting compliments from those people meant a lot to me. This is not for the boys, all right? This is for the man who knows his place. Look at the bottle. Isn't it beautiful? All right, we're gonna move on to number 1. This one is Empory Stronger with You intensely. This is the definition of sexy. If you are into sweet scent, sweet spicy, I don't understand why you don't have this one in your collection, my friend. Why? Oh wait, maybe I should find some more dupes for this one, right? Some of my audience, they are into fragrances, but they are more into, you know, like a little bit affordable ones, because sometimes they go like so pricey. And if you want to start your collection, I think you should start with something a little bit simpler and grow to like something bigger. And you know, like for my younger friends who are in their 18, like who are 18, between 18 years old and 25, guys, I started with like a super duper cheap fragrance, right? I used to steal fragrance from my father, right? He used to wear the Chanel Eau de Toilette, I mean Bleu de Chanel Eau de Toilette and Aqua di Gio Eau de Toilette, the original one, right? The DNA. And then he moved slowly. Oh, and then he came from the Europe and he brought me Dior Homme Sport, the one that was 2008 or 2011, something like that. And man, I felt in love with that one. I was getting lots of compliments. And then from that time, everything started. I started collecting, I started purchasing, I was working day and night. Sometimes I remember I used to work on 3 jobs just to buy stuff. And I think like this is something, you know, like don't do that. But if you just want, if you are just working on your collection, man, start with something simple and go slowly. If you have your birthday, tell people to buy you fragrances, you know. Don't because sometimes they bring you like creepy stuff for like a couple $100 and it's worth it's worth nothing to you. And you know, like you can tell them like, hey, buy me fragrances. That's what I do with my wife, you know. This thing, I tell her like, hey, you know, buy me this, buy me that. Same thing she does to me. But that's it from me, guys. Hopefully it was insightful for you, and if it was, make sure to subscribe for more videos just like this one. And if you have any other questions, please let me know.